Welcome everybody to welcome everybody to another installment of the Conscious Party. That's right, you're right here on CP Time right now, and we are coming to you live from IBNX Studios here in Norcross. And tonight's topic, we're simply just going to look back at the fact that we started off talking about the strength of a Black woman just a week ago. A couple weeks before that, the war against Black males, and we're going to round it out now with single parenting and your take on that and why we're having issues with whether or not one parent over the other should be the rightful. I'm looking at all these cameras in front of me, but but whether or not one parent or the other should have rights to a child, and whether or not the situations that go on between parents should ever belabor the situation of growing up or rearing up a child. Sitting here with me tonight, as you all know, are Joy Leah.
Hey.
Dad Paxton.
What's up? What's up?
And the doctor is in. Hello, Autumn Monroe.
How y'all doing?
We're just going to jump right into the conversation tonight. So basically just throwing a question out there, just going around the table. So feel free to jump in. Don't come your way first, right? But single parenting is something that we, in our community, we deal with quite often. And I see some strong mothers out there, but there are also some strong fathers. Fathers who take on the role of just stepping up to the plate and being the man they should be, but they're not given the credit at the time. We hear more about gaping dads. We hear more about what the man's not doing in the relationship. And many times it's not in the relationship with the child. We're talking more or less about the relationship with the baby mama or the relative that was. So rather than continually beat him over the head for the situation or relationship he's in, let's look at some strong women on our panel and see how they handle single parenting. So we're going to come this way first, just because you're grinning so hard. Joy Leah, first of all, give us a little background of yourself and the beautiful relationship you have with
my daughters.
Your daughters.
Well, my daughters, their name is Savannah and Bella, and they're just lovely. I love them to death. And actually, parenting them is very easy. It's not that hard. They're just special and great kids. I got lucky, especially with Savannah.
I hope she's listening. But more so now the co-parenting thing that I commend you because I've seen you from the outside looking in, and you handle that extremely well.
Well, with the co-parenting thing, I mean, I've watched my mother and father do it, and my mother and stepfather do it. Like, my mother's been married a couple times, so, you know, that just is what it is. But besides that, with the fathers of my kids, they happen to be great men, so I don't have no problems with them when it comes to parenting. They are on time most of the time. They do what I say most of the time. And we just really get along very well. I don't know if it's because we think about the kids mostly. Right. I mean, but when it comes to co-parenting, we have to always just put aside whatever it is that we have a problem with and deal with the child. And I always try to remind them. And when I go there, they always try to remind me it's all about the kids. So
I've seen you from a distance in that situation, and like I said, I applaud you because you always place the kids as priority number one, and you always make a fact of saying, what needs to be done for the children first. So I mean, we have to applaud the strength of a relationship where you realize that it may not work between the two parents, but the seed that grew from that relationship still has a meaning and a life and still needs to be nurtured on both sides.
And what I like to always tell them is they probably weren't the best man for me, but they're great fathers for my kids. And that is like the realest thing that I could take out the whole relationship.
Beautiful, beautiful. So now I'm bouncing back over here to the doctor because she's grinning so hard. And I just want to see, before we get too deep, I just want to see her take on this situation and how it's handled on the other end of the spectrum.
What was the question again?
Oh, so the doctor is not.
I'm in
The doctor
production
is
mode.
not-
I'm in production
She's
mode.
over here. She's streaming on Facebook, Instagram, and anything else. She can, and keeping us all alert, so everybody's awake except doctor.
I'm sorry.
So,
What was the question?
single parenting, your take on it, and why it works in our community, or why it fails in our
Unfortunately, historically speaking, we were forced
Right.
to be single parents. Our communities were ripped apart in slavery as a way to destroy us as a people. You know, from the time of slavery, where they would demean the male figure, whip him, beat him, make him feel helpless, sell off the women, sell off the children, sell off the husband, you know, to break our family apart. So we, especially as women, have always had to be extremely, extremely strong. You know, I was a single mom. I got married in high school. By the time I moved to Georgia, by the time I turned 25, of course, I was divorced. But I raised my daughter. She got accepted in at Johnson & Wells when she was 16. She's a baking and pastry chef now at Cakes by Margie on Instagram. Yes, I have to shout my child. I'm a mom. I'm a mom. That's what moms do. You know, but her dad, you know, I sent her to live with her dad for a while because young women need a man in their life. So they can know what to look for in a man and what not to. I would have preferred for us to be together and raise her together, but she's a wonderful person, you know, and I know some single dads who are out there that's just doing it. You most of the time when you think of a single parent, you think of a mother raising
Right.
the children,
Right.
but there are men who are out there, you know, braiding hair and putting the ponytails on, and the struggle is real for them. But there are men out there that are doing it as well. So big up to my brothers out there raising them kids, especially little girls. So I appreciate you.
He just waiting to chime in.
Come on, break it to me.
Let me think.
I'm gonna have to interrupt somebody.
I'm trying to think if we can do anything other
Oh man.
than. Go ahead, Dad. I'm listening to you.
You know what, man? Listen, this is an exciting topic for me. I'm gonna tell y'all because I'm super tired. I just got off the road from Memphis visiting my grandmother in the hospital. So when she's doing good, better. So keep your prayers up. I appreciate y'all. But man, listen, I'm a black father. I'm a father, and I was a single father for a long time. And, you know, in all intents and purposes, I'm still kind of a single father. You know, because I was divorced, and now I'm remarried. But we've created this beautiful, just kind of family, a unit, right? Where we've all been able to come together as a team for our son. And I have to say our because we're all taking part in raising him. And it's like the dopest thing ever, right? I want to say something else, but we got dancing on. So, and I'll give you an example. So today was the first day of school for my son. Like he just started a brand new school. He's in 6th grade, middle school.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Yeah, doing it big, right? Yo, we all came up there today. All of us. I'm talking about me, my wife, my ex-wife, and my mom representing with my son. Like just to let them know, don't be because y'all know we talked about last week. You know what I'm saying? We roll deep. You know, but just to support him because I just want him to always know that he has this
support system.
He has that support system, and he sees me up in there. You know, and so it really I feel like it takes all of us,
Right.
but it really takes the men to set, you know, the expectations for everybody else involved in this type of relationship, right?
Absolutely.
So, and sometimes it's a little bit difficult because you might be dealing with a knucklehead woman, and there's a lot of knucklehead women out there, you know, let's be real. And so it might not be as easy. But if we, I don't know, there has to be ways. But my other thing is this, man, I'm here to change the narrative, right?
Right.
So we talk a lot about things that's happened in the past, which we have to know our past so we don't repeat it. I'm all for that. But we can't linger there. right? So we have to change our narrative as black men and as black people in general. So what I like to talk about now is just about what we're doing moving forward as black fathers here right now, and what we want it to look like in the future. So we keep talking about in the past and how we all broke and blah, 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 blah. You know what I'm saying? But what we gonna do moving forward? You gonna be there for your kids, and I believe that's what's happening now, and that's what it's gonna be from here on out.
Good man. You kind of answered my next question because I had one for you.
Oh, okay.
And it was what is our role, our position in this? Because in this new nuclear family, it sounds like you're steering it. Whether I don't know whether it's steering from behind, it's leading from the front, but you have a pack of 3 women.
Man,
that
man, it's not easy. Having a blended family is not easy at all.
But it's all done for the child.
It's all done, and as long as you have that child in the forefront, like that's all that matters. You will make whatever concessions you need to make. You will keep your mouth shut when you
bite
keep
your tongue.
bite your tongue. That's old school. Yeah, I gotta start using that. So
I keep referring to my age.
No. Well, hit dog. Hit dog. You kids. You know, it's more old school.
I know, right?
But you got all I mean, we gotta set the standard. You know what I'm saying? We have to set the pace as the men, because whether women want to admit to it or not, I know y'all some strong black independent women out there, and I love you. But the brothers really do set the pace. And women look to us. Women look to us to do that, whether they want to admit to it or not. Because if a man says this is not the way it's going down, it's not gonna go down like that.
Right. And women are just looking for that firm man, that leadership, no matter where.
No matter what it is.
They just want you to stand up.
And it don't have to be a chauvinistic type of thing, but it's just, yeah.
So that's a perfect segue, because when we come back, we are going to be joined by Laverio Jones, who actually runs an organization. Everybody knows him as I Know DJ Love on Facebook, but he runs an organization called Cool Dads Rock. So we're going to find out more about single dads and how cool dads here in the Atlanta area rock. So stay woke.
Stay woke.
Stay woke.
These are them outtakes.
Keep saying Jones.
I don't know.
But normally we have like
It's so good.
Somebody
we have some
and look, he was
No,
Mars.
I know, right?
So we're gonna have some lights next week.
You feel like every show we get less and less.
Last week you was just kidding. I'm like, you can't bring no water.
All we got is a fan. Next week the lights gonna be out. You like take your shoes off.
I know,
How
right?
much time we got?
These are like 3 songs.
Sean, next week you better bring something. Because each week you get less and less.
Like each week is less and less. It's like that's how you got it. Like first week we had wine and
I was celebrating.
Okay, well you need celebrate every week.
like this week, like it's 4 weeks in. This
I'm like,
week, all we got is
I'm looking
fans.
around like, did y'all bring something?
No!
What's in that bag? You got some mints? You got some mints or something?
No, I wish I left the candy in there from last
got
week.
some gum.
Yeah, y'all got
You know that candy didn't make it home last week.
Y'all got green.
Talking about I'm taking it to Savannah.
I did.
So Savannah called me to
I
my
took
what
all
candy?
I took all the receipts.
You took all the Reese's
All the
and the
Reese's.
Kit Kats.
Yeah.
She took all the almond
Kit
joy.
Look at that.
Right, I didn't even get none. I didn't even get no Kit Kats. She took all the Kit Kats.
Well, I want
You
y'all
would have had
y'all-
some.
y'all
You
take
would have
all
had
the
some Kit
questions.
Kats if it wasn't for her.
Ask about the organization, what they're doing. They're doing derby this weekend, go-kart derby, races. Yeah, I'm sorry.
I should have asked for a
What's
shot
up,
at Ciroc.
That Ciroc was gone when I was
I'm
back.
at the station
I was
right now.
watching from over there. They had those dances.
Yeah.
They were-
Oh, it's okay. So, I'm gonna get at you guys for the obviously here. It's okay. So what it is, IBNXradio.com, and then you go to Atlanta NX.
What we doing? What
And
we
if-
talking about?
Yeah, because
Y'all
I thought
can
it
ask
was
questions
I thought it had like the
Mr.
conscious
Barnes.
party link, but we don't. So it's Atlanta NX,
Okay.
and
I'll
I know, it's
Yeah, I'll
the first
take
week is
you.
hot in here.
It's alright.
okay, cool. We talk about Black Fathers tonight, so if you can listen in, man, and maybe ask a question or something.
Hey, Frit Frit.
That'd be cool. All right, man. Peace. I'm marking the team right there.
Hey, Sora B.
If you want to listen by phone, I just sent you a number too.
Okay.
Hey, Gigi. Hey, cousin Robert.
Because people were getting knocked off at home too.
I don't know how to respond and when I'm Facebook and live. Don't ask me to try to do stuff. I can't do all that. Just saying.
She was sick. I said, okay.
I'm
So I'm
bringing my
just
lights
leaving it
next
right
week.
You doing what?
I'm bringing my lights next week.
Your
Because
life.
that's autumn. This is Demetrius.
Oh, so you streaming on both?
Oh,
That's odd.
I ain't playing.
This
You got
is
split
Demetrius.
personalities.
Are you? No,
That's
this is
Demetrius.
Mr. Rio.
That's
I-
Sasha Fierce.
Yeah, this conversation.
We did.
That's Sasha Fierce. That's Demetrius. So she got split personalities.
I do.
I'm so tired,
I don't
man.
think you listening.
That was just the first song, man.
I know it. He playing something for y'all. For me.
For me,
Oh, okay. Appreciate that. We need to get some brothers. We need to get some Isaac Hayes or something.
that's too old.
Some Uncle Luke or something. The fathers.
Yeah.
So you doing it again?
Shout out to Angie Stone.
Oh yeah, because you were right there with her. Right?
Shout out to Dap Paxton.
I'm bringing my lights. It's too dark.
Why?
in
Is
here.
that inappropriate?
Why?
No.
I'm just.
I mean, while we at it,
Well,
Go ahead.
Cool ass rock.
Cool
ass rock.
He done made it all the way
Right.
back.
High five. Thank you for that.
No, she just.
I'm just saying. I gotta do what I gotta do.
No, we've been doing this now for just over a month. It hasn't been long.
doesn't seem like it.
We put
No, maybe it doesn't seem like it's me. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
No, not
Yeah,
Did you
don't
see my
seem
video
like it.
on
No,
Yes.
no,
no, it
I
seems very
reshared
fluid.
and these are
Look, I reshare
all-
everything you post. I just reshare.
all
It's
praise
easy
to
to just do it like that because
Okay.
I didn't get to post on
Well, I'm talking about the one with Brandy the guy and they were singing.
something that not
You,
everybody
I haven't
agree.
been on Facebook.
Or
You
if
sent
they
me
did
something.
agree, they agree with very different
Was
things.
it-
It's
Well,
on my
you
page.
singing
I tagged you.
the Brandy and Monica song.
I don't know. It was just Brandy, some guy, and her.
Understanding about,
Right.
but we
Singing.
don't,
Okay, I
we
gotta
don't
get
even try to control the narrative.
Let it go where-
Right, because when you look at statistics, there we are disproportionately represented when it comes to situations of welfare, single mothers, single fathers. Those figures aren't true at all. When you go to areas like West Virginia, we aren't there, but that state is nothing but welfare.
Right.
So who's on welfare?
Yeah.
Oh man, you already know.
Right, but we don't hear about it. You know, when you hear about welfare, you see
It's
the
a
lines of
majority of
us.
other people on.
Right. Right, we account for less than 15% of welfare in America.
But they make it seem like we 85%.
Right.
So,
Right.
yeah.
Just like when people tell me,
That's
you
the
think about black
reality.
on
It's like
black
that's
crime.
what they show.
Yeah. So we have to just control the narrative. You know, so.
That's all it is.
Yeah, so you need to watch my Roland S. Martin video I recorded on Saturday.
Roland Martin.
Look,
Oh, he
he
won.
just jumping around back there.
We'll come back to this.
After this one? Okay. I don't know. I'm waiting on you now. So.
Oh no, you know, you said you had a request. And you went kind of hand in hand with your.
I appreciate it. You're looking
I'm
at
trying to segue this like cool dad.
with the ambiance and stuff. Look, going on with the music and stuff.
Right.
About 1 minute and stuff.
1 minute.
Right.
Look at this guy. Can we get Angie on the show?
I know, right? Can we get? I saw you with Angie.
Look,
I saw you with Angie. I said, look at Angie.
can we get Angie in here?
Till I rub her feet.
Can we get Angie on the show?
Angie who?
Angela Stone.
No, I was gonna
Now,
start
who's the
naming
original Angie Stone?
Tell
What
her.
her name is?
no. Wait a minute. What was the rap group? I know it because she was the original female rapper.
Say it again. Say
She
it
was the
again.
original
You
female
should have
rapper.
started
no,
it
it's
on
on
the
the
phone. Yeah.
Oh Lord! And if you didn't ask me, I wasn't saying. Look,
Tell her she come on the show.
tell her she come on the show.
I'll
I'm
rub
gonna
her feet.
perform for her.
Angie B.
Angie B.
Sequence gon' funk
Angie
you right on up. Gon' funk you right on up. Oh, I need them to play that.
You right on. Yeah, they're gonna have to play that.
They
They're
are gonna have to play that.
Tell her I'll rub her feet if she comes to the
What you
show.
say? What you say?
If you come to the show, Angie, I'll rub your feet.
I got
You know what I'm saying? I watch a couple of YouTube videos and make sure I'm
I'm gonna
talking.
do it.
He said, I rub your feet.
Oh, I just want to thank you for hanging in there with us. And I really want to thank Angie Stone for putting that song together and applauding the strong Black brothers that are out there. So, first of all, before we get to our guest this evening, and I want to apologize for this happening all day, but I changed his name for him. But before we get to our guest this evening, I do want everyone that's listening to remember to follow us on our social media. If you didn't make it out to our Conscious Party industry party just last week, then you missed a show. Because this group of people put on. I cannot lie to you. So starting off with the diva with the mic, just give us your social media, just one of the many tags, and we'll move on.
It's just at Joy Leah on Instagram, Snapchat, and Facebook.
Daps World on Instagram. I'm sorry, I was just mesmerized by Joy's shoes. She always had like the dopest flip flops. I ain't
That's lazy.
It is so amazing, man. They like bedazzled.
Oh, your foot up, Joy.
Oh, your foot up, Joy. Can everybody see? Oh, see, now y'all need to follow her. See,
But there's
look
a
at the
foot.
engineers. They're like, are y'all serious? Y'all talking about her feet?
No, my
But-
flip flops.
We will be live on YouTube as well. So if you missed her shoes, please tune in. Yeah,
That's World Instagram and Dap Paxton on Facebook. Sorry, guys.
Thank
you. Yes.
This your girl, Autumn Monroe. It's Miss Autumn Monroe on Facebook and Instagram. That's MISSAUTUMNMONROE. And it's Autumn Monroe on Twitter. Holla at your girl.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. And Sean C. Robinson. That's SEAN. Don't spell it. C. Robinson. So anyway, the C stands for conscious. But anyway, and you can follow all of us at one time by just going to For Conscious Party on Twitter. Okay, so anything that's on that is going to be fed over to Instagram. We have a YouTube page going live, so you can watch us act silly in the studio. And speaking of watching us acting silly in the studio, we have a guest tonight, and hopefully he is not afraid of us at this point.
Not at all. Not at all.
So joining us tonight is Laverio, and I changed his name last time before we got off the air, and it's Barnes.
Barnes.
Laverio Barnes, and many of you follow him on Facebook because I know DJ
LD.
LD.
You said love.
That's why I said love.
That's why I said love.
Okay,
But that
I know
will correct
DJ
you because if that's how you feel when you read it, I'm all right
That's
with
DJ Love right there.
Oh, that's why.
Right, see, that's what she said. But
Everybody's just loud and wrong. Everybody.
you would think we've been drinking, but
Very sober. Over here.
but actually, we want to start off just by having you introduce yourself. Now, I've been following you on Facebook for a few years now because your posts are always inspiring. You always have something to say that's positive to everyone. But the reason I really started following your posts is because of the drive to school in the morning. If I don't join that drive to school in the morning, my day is not right. And what I mean by that is LV started recording because he sings in the front seat and his son is in the back seat. And for the first few times, his son would just look at him like, He's crazy, but eventually he started joining in, and now the two of them on the way to school every day, it's a trip worth joining. So if you don't follow already, you're going to need to start following and jump in the back seat and over the seat and into the radio and enjoy what's going on between this man and Cool Dads Rock and his son. So just give us a little more about yourself, the organization, and your son who happens to be here with you.
Sure, man. As you said, my name is Laverio Barnes, but everybody calls me LV. That's where LV came from, because people couldn't really pronounce Laverio as I was growing up. Just like, I can't say that. I'm just going to call you LV. And so from the 6th grade on, I've been known as LV. But if you say Laverio on the street, that means somebody knows who I am for real.
Okay.
You know?
You got the government name.
Yeah, right. I'm a full-time DJ and musician, and started this organization called Cool Dads Rock 4 years ago. Basically, just off the relationship with me and my son. Since he was in a baby carrier, I took him everywhere I went. So in the studio, I knew I was going to be posting a bunch of pictures in the studio. I didn't want to put his name out there because everybody was funny about social media, so I just called him AB. And so I said, AB, we're in the studio. Me and AB, we're at the park. So people said, where you guys at? The park or the studio, you know? And then I would take him to meetings, so he just became a staple everywhere I went. And if I didn't bring him, they're like, where's the boy? And I'm like, are we here to meet, or are you trying to, no, it was about where's the boy? So over time, I started to get emails and text messages and inbox messages saying, man, I love your relationship with your son. You inspire me to be a better father. And to me, that's very humbling, because in my mind, I'm just having fun with my kid. And I'm like, this is a lot to me. I was like, but I know a bunch of other guys that are good fathers that may not post as much as I do, but it doesn't take away from what they do.
Right.
And so how the whole Cool Dads Rock movement came about, a buddy of mine was going through a custody battle trying to get his daughter. And he's just like me, posting. They're everywhere, so everything he's posting. And so I put on a post for him one day, just say, hey, man, I know what you're going through. Keep being that bright light to your daughter. Keep being a great example. Then I put hashtag Cool Dads Rock and didn't even think about it. And then later on, I was like, that was all right. That was kind of cool.
That is kind of catchy.
Yeah. And so I just made a page and just started putting my friends in there, just posting my friends, and I would tag them. And then their friends would see it and they'd be like, yeah, Eric, you are a cool dad. And just kind of build momentum. I was like, I think I want to do an event.
Right.
And so, was it 4 or 5 years ago, they had the Red Bull Soapbox Derby down by Piedmont Park. And I took him, that was his first derby, and I was trying to figure out how I could be in it, really, because I'm just a big kid at heart. And so I was like, I think I want to do an event. And so the first thing I thought of was a golf tournament, because I just love golf. And, you know, but then I was like, everybody does a golf tournament. I want to do something different. So I think I want to do a soapbox derby. And so created this soapbox derby down the Old Fort Worth Park. And ever since then, we'll have our 5th one this Saturday. And it's just been growing by leaps and bounds. And then I was like, well, this thing is really kind of moving. Let's just make it a nonprofit organization where we build better relationships with fathers and their children. So that's what Cool Dads Rock is about. I say where we make uncool dads cool and cool dads even cooler, but even more so where we build better relationships with fathers and their children. And when you build those better relationships, you build better communities.
Absolutely. So we are rebuilding from within. And that's a powerful thing. So this year's derby is this weekend.
This Saturday.
So we caught you at the right time.
Absolutely.
Because I was thinking we missed it, because I'd seen all the promotions for it and even helped out. Well, not say help, but I voted on one of the logos.
Right. So that's
like,
for the driver shirt. Right. So what we do, like the Peachtree Road Race, the only way you get a shirt is just if you participate in it. And so all the drivers, they get a special shirt if they're in the derby, and nobody else can get that shirt. So it's like we have all the other Cool Dads Rock shirts out there, but they get special shirts for participating in the derby. So that's what you can vote on.
Okay, well, I hope everybody is hitting up Cool Dads Rock. There's the website, ordering T-shirts, Giving gifts to your dad. It doesn't have to be Father's Day. If you want to acknowledge the fact that your dad is a cool dad, then you need to go ahead and get one of these shirts and make sure he's wearing it and represents. And then post this picture to the Facebook group as well. Let us know that Cool Dads Rock is a nationwide thing, not a local thing, but you started something, changing the mental concept that we have behind our fathers in our community. So I applaud you. And I just wanted to hear it so the world can applaud you.
Yeah, it's humbling, you know, when people say, "Hey, I want to interview, I want to talk." I'm just like, okay, you know, but then you figure out that it's bigger than you, you know. And like right now, this thing is just rolling downhill with no brakes. So I'm like, let's ride. Yeah, that's what it is. Right. Yeah, I'm not mad at it. So when it becomes bigger than you, then you have to look at it from an even bigger perspective. Right. So I appreciate you guys having me here.
What time is the Derby on Saturday?
The Derby is from 11 to 4, and it's down at the Old Fourth Ward Park, right on Rankin Street, so off of Glen Iris and Rankin, close to the North Avenue side. And the actual Derby part starts at 12:30. We have the most vendors we've ever had. We have the most racers that we ever had. We have 35 racers this year. We normally cap it like around 28 to 30, and so now we have 35. And I had to shut it off because people were still trying to register. So I just said, hey, there's a waiting list. And just this weekend, 5 people were like, hey, I want to put my name on the waiting list. So I'm like, man, this is amazing. Yeah,
that's amazing because derbies. I mean, I remember building a go-kart. I'm not gonna lie. I built a go-kart when I was running around in Cavalier Manor. You know, it didn't work very long. But
you better than me because my cousin used to just push me down the street in the shopping cart.
I was real good with those shopping carts on those dirt hills, but when I come to put something together, a wheel was over there. So I want to try my best to come out myself and patronize you. So I know I work Saturday, but I'm gonna be out there at some point because you got 35 cars. It's gonna take a while for all of them to go.
Yeah.
So it should be entertaining. So please come out and support Cool Dads Rock. Come out and do what you can do to become part of a larger organization and make this echo throughout the community. Because next year we want you to start turning people away months in advance because there's going to be that many people that come out to support you. There's going to be more vendors. We're just going to speak it into existence.
The goal is to outgrow the whole park, to move it. And then, of course, the bigger picture is to do derbies in different cities and different states across the country. And just so everybody knows, the Derby is free to come to. There's no cost. It's family friendly. There'll be food. There'll be vendors. There'll be food trucks. There'll be music. There'll be DJ. You know, and it's a good diverse crowd. Like nobody knows I'm the organizer when they come up. You know, they're like, who's putting this on? Which is good because as a Black father, you know, it's good for us to show our kids what we're doing and what we can accomplish. But as far as fatherhood is not just Black fathers.
Right.
It's across the board. So we're talking about building relationships as fathers. So there's no deadbeat dad. And when you say father, absentee is not in front of it.
Right,
you know?
right.
So
man, that's what's up, man. That's really dope. I mean, even the fact that
I got you.
even the fact that there's so many people like signing up that you had to turn folks away is a testament to the power that we have as fathers and the presence that we have. Really, is what I want to say. The presence that we have right here as fathers, and that's the thing that's always kind of missing in the conversation, in the dialogue when we're talking about family. You know, the father component is often left out. So, man, I applaud you for what you're doing, man, for real.
Thank you, man. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you for just coming in like, yo, I like your shirt.
Oh, we got
to get one, and then bought one on the spot.
That's right, man. I got my shirt.
He bought a shirt on the spot, and I was like, man, that's awesome.
Yeah.
You know, and it's funny when you say that father component. You know, kids need their fathers, and that's something that, like you said, is left out. But really, the Derby is just a platform. Mm-hmm. You think about all the time leading up to the Derby. Right. So we say, this is what me and my little dudes. Okay, what kind of car you want? So we come up with the design. Right. Say, so now we got to figure out what we're gonna do. Then we say, okay, we're going to Home Depot. We're about to go buy this wood.
Right.
Build this.
So you have to build it. You have to
build it. And so you think about it. It's time of logging hours, time, and just memories and lasting memories. And that's all they care about. They don't care about
than 3 or 4
money.
hours.
They don't care about none of that because kids spell love Time to me. And so when we get to the Derby, the end result is when we're pushing him, when I push him off that ramp and he's going down the hill and people are cheering and I'm running behind him like the $6 million man in slow motion, you know, and he gets out without crashing.
Right.
You know, and people, like I said, people are literally cheering and, you know, he turns around and looks at me with that look in his face like, man, Dad, look what we did.
Right.
You know, and then it's an interview process for him because I let him go talk to the host. So they're talking to him. Hey, how you doing? How'd you figure this out? And he talks. Then he gets to talking about, well, me and my dad this, and me and my dad did that. But what they're doing is putting that in his mind about bringing up all the things that happened leading up to the day.
Right. You're awesome, sir.
Yeah.
You're awesome.
And I'm just trying to do my part in this thing like everybody else.
Well, you're doing a good job.
Thank
You are definitely, that's a flagship because I'm sure that it will create a following of other fathers that will want to walk in your footsteps or maybe they already are, but now they have an opportunity and a platform to be seen, to be heard, to be recognized amongst their peers as doing more. I mean, we are minimalized in our conversations. The Black male is minimalized in a lot of conversations because society has already chosen to do so. But we can't keep echoing that same effect in our homes. We have to acknowledge the fact that the male is prominent, the male is dominant, and this is just one way of doing it and putting a smile on everybody's face at the same time. So right now, we're gonna do.
Let me just say this. Let me speak over your life right quick.
Okay.
As a fund developer, it's not that you're gonna have to turn people away. You're gonna get a sponsor who is gonna sponsor that 100 people who are gonna come and build that derby to make sure them 100 fathers and them sons and their children can come to that event. So let me speak that over you. You're not gonna have to turn people away.
I receive
I'm
all of
telling
that.
you right now.
I receive.
Trust.
I said, "Mama."
Y'all better
Right, enjoy the spring. But
And you know, that's how.
Words of hope.
You put it out there, you put it in the universe and believe it. You
Yeah.
know? And the things that you say, everything that I want to happen, I write it down on my whiteboard and I leave it there so I can see it, so I can either say, okay, is that realistic or is that something obtainable? So I put our gala, our Cool Dads Rock Awards gala, where we honor dads across the city. I said we'll sell out, and it sold out.
Mm-hmm.
We'll have 30 racers for the soapbox derby. We have 35. You know, I put down at the bottom 140,000 shirts at $20 is $2.8 million. And I just got that number because I made a video called the Daddy Video 2-3 years ago when Pharrell's Happy came out, and it had 148,000 hits on it, you know, but it had 75 fathers in there. And I was like, okay, let's just put some out there. But I leave it down there because now shirts are, people are like, okay, where can I get a shirt? Before they was like, you know, looking from afar saying, okay, that's cool. And now they come up to you and say, hey, I like your shirt. Where'd you get it from?
Yeah, that's what I did.
Well, what we're gonna do, because that's exactly what we're gonna do is we're gonna invite you all to go look for those shirts right now online, and we're gonna come back in just a minute, and we might have to go into a little conversation and then come back to our segments. But in the meantime, just stay woke, and we're gonna keep on rocking with Cool Dads.
So give your website information. Keep on.
Everything is at Cool Dads Rock. It's CoolDadsRock.com.
I know, I twisted it
on
around.
Twitter, on Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat. It's at Cool Dads Rock. All in one.
I'd rather be with you.
Yeah.
You see these people I work with.
Said I'd rather be with you.
No, you're inspired.
And I see stuff like, I'm like, man,
That's
you
awesome.
know.
You there.
What's funny is, and as a DJ, like I hate talking on the mic. Like, so, because from California, it was like let the music speak for yourself. So if you can rock without saying a word, you was a dope DJ. I came out here, there's like, how come we don't talk?
Right,
It's like,
they need
for
you to
what?
talk.
What?
Because
I
they
gotta
gonna think
hype
you
you
just
up.
right.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
Hype Man and DJ.
The most I would say is either last call or if you have a silver Corolla, you need to move your car. It's get sold.
You know what?
It's about to get
No,
started.
no, that's not.
So like again, all the interviewing and all the talking on the mic, it's not uncomfortable, but it's not my wheelhouse. But I also realize that somewhere in there, somebody is getting something for it. That's why I say it's bigger than me. And so it's no point of me, holding on to it.
Bro, man, you doing some major work, man.
You are.
Like, for real.
Thanks, man.
I've been fighting like for a long time, like having this conversation. It means something to me to see you doing this. Like all the probably know. Like I'm like, look, I don't know any black men that's not taking care of their kids.
Right.
Even my cousins.
Okay.
I'm like, even my cousins that selling dope take care of their
Right,
kids.
yeah.
I know, right? I'm just saying, everybody I know take care of their kids.
Like, fathers are more
All the people, you gotta
pressing
put all
now than
You
What's
never
up?
told
I
me.
gotta tell you something. Oh, man, where that CD at? What's
Right.
up? What's up?
Take that
But that's just we need to start.
So I got a CD that's the cover. She clean up. I'm like, this song ain't no name on the song.
I don't know.
It just said check 1 and 2.
I wish I would have known about the
I
thing.
wrong time.
I would have signed up. You know what I mean?
still come, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna try. I'm I got more than that. So I got film. So I'll see if I can get you back. We gonna try to get together.
I understand. I know how that goes.
This group,
He did some extra
I
work
don't know.
like a month ago, so and I've done some extra work before, so I know how to.
It's a film, so I might be able to maneuver it a little bit,
I'll mess up
And
the
they
stuff.
yell.
Oh, no,
And I'm
it's not gonna mess up nothing, man.
You don't have to.
I want to come. I really do. So if you see me there, that's
Next, so I
man. I'm very proud right now. I'm very proud.
Look,
Thank you.
So
That's good. That's
Like
good.
I
I
said,
think
it's
think
super,
eliminate.
it's super humbling.
Yeah.
It's I'm not usually lost for words. I'm like, when people are sitting in front of you, like, yo, I'm inspired, and I'm like, and it's tough. I'm gonna tell you why, because it's tough for me. It's always been hard for me to take compliments. I'm like, yeah, okay, whatever. So like over the years, I've just learned how to say thank you, and even more in this position now. So I'm like, thanks, because I feel like it comes from a genuine place. So
Yeah.
I do appreciate it. I don't take it for granted at all.
Definitely.
So, man,
It could just be an aura on you that God just put on you that nobody else
funny?
has.
You know what's funny?
That's your
I
gift.
was in Belize last year, and we went to the Mayan temple, one of the biggest one out there, whatever. And took a picture with my girl, and her pictures are fine. Took a picture with me, and there's like a ray of light shining over it. I was like, that means something. That means something. And it wasn't just one picture. I was like,
It was
Every
all
light.
that means something.
Yeah.
Don't be mad because it ain't.
Your
Just be glad we together. You with me.
Your ancestors were talking.
I know. Shine on, brother.
And if not,
Shine on.
I'm speaking that. I'm speaking it
Oh,
into
one
Right.
more.
yeah, well,
Right. Shine on, brother.
shine on. You
Right.
got the glow.
You got that glow.
It's funny. I call him,
You got that soul glow.
Bruce Leroy. Well, because he just got his black belt
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
in March Anderson.
Look.
Wow.
Yeah.
So he got his
Black
black belt,
belt.
and yeah,
Black.
he
That's dope.
tested when
He
he was
just,
8.
he just leave him at the back door.
Yeah, he tested right. He tested when he was 8. So yeah, he turned 9 in February. So March, he got his black belt, and so the whole time leading up to it, I was calling. But then I also told him that when he got his black belt, I would start taking it. So like,
Now you
I
gotta
was- so like that's our thing.
Yeah.
Again, kind of like the Derby,
Yeah.
just building memories and like, okay,
Yeah.
But like the last 2 months, I've been out because of my knee, but I'm gonna start again next Monday.
He's
I
not
just told
accepting that as an excuse.
Not he's like,
Well,
okay.
Okay, you can do
My-
squat, wax on, wax off.
Right. My son just challenged me to take Taekwondo. So
Yeah.
he just got his
Taekwondo,
yellow.
same thing,
Yeah,
yeah.
he's got his yellow belt. He's
I got
like,
my
"Come
yellow."
on, Dad.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, man. You want to see me get beat up? All right.
What it is, it's a different challenge for me physically because, you know, I play football, basketball, I'm active, and I just haven't found anything to keep me active and challenge. So, like, this is a different challenge from a flexibility standpoint. And I'm like,
It's crazy, man.
I could barely, my splits look like the letter A. Instead of like this.
That is not a split.
Right.
Standing shoulder width apart.
Like this Taekwondo class has been sponsored by the letter A.
I'm not listening. I'm not listening anymore.
That's exactly how it is.
Oh,
So
my
he's
God.
Bruce Leroy and I'm Young Grasshopper.
That's funny, man.
You know you dating yourself, right?
That's right.
And
You don't know what it
Bruce
is.
Leroy, I know she don't
Last
know who
Dragon.
that is.
Yes, I do. Last
You
Dragon.
know Last
Everybody, look, every black person on the land.
Well, that was the only black
Already with y'all
Bruce
saying.
Leroy.
Oh,
Yeah, but-
segments. Ooh.
That was the only.
Let me see if he got those queued up.
I think he said go basic conversation, but we'll go check.
Oh, well, yeah, that's what
She
Sean
did.
just said.
Right, I said we're gonna come back because I want to make sure everybody gets their social media, including DJ LB.
Anderson, what up?
Excuse me, sir. I ain't gonna try to get him removed because he got swiped up.
Talking about
We ain't got to worry.
super
That's
calm,
security right there.
Super. And I tell him, don't use it unless you have to.
Yeah.
He was at summer camp for a week. And I told him, don't let these little kids punk you.
Right,
I
right.
was like, but if you have to use it,
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got to, man.
I was like, what?
Right.
You got to.
But he's so mild, man. Like, I've seen him lose it one time to where he was about to
When's
swing
his
on his
birthday?
best friend, and I had to grab it.
Yeah.
You know, February 5th.
When?
It was like 3 years ago.
What happened?
You and Chase was getting into it. I did see it. Yeah, they did get in a fight once. It was actually
Yeah.
punched me.
Yeah, my son hadn't gone there yet, man. Yeah,
He's so sweet.
He
His son
is.
is so, oh my God.
He's very
We
compassionate.
got one more song.
That's
He's
him.
wonderful.
No,
That's
He
him.
makes
All
friends
day.
with everybody.
Never met a stranger right here.
For the
Yeah.
next song, I'll go run and get my
Yeah.
shirt.
Same way with my
your
son.
phone died.
How old is your
He's 11. He just turned 11 in May.
Okay.
So yeah. That's crazy, right? 11 years old.
Wow.
That's what I said. I'm like, 9. He wears size 7.5. I'm like, your shoes. You're 9. You're in the double digits.
Yo,
Your shoes cost as much as mine.
I took
Right.
a picture of Khalil's shoes next to mine. He wears 7.5 too. I wear 9.
We're at 13. And I'm like, please don't go past 13.
Right.
So
Look, it's
I
done.
can just give you shoes.
Hey, man, you might as well just suck that up, homie. Just start buying shoes now while they cheap.
I'm trying to figure out it, man. As much as I can. But he hard on
That's us.
shoes.
Oh, man. I don't know what I'm talking about in my segment.
He gonna do like JC and Flo.
Yep.
And we just want to wait. We just want to thank everybody for staying in there with us and staying woke with the Conscious Party. Once again, I do want to shed light on the fact that Cool Dads rock, and we are sitting here with the founder of the organization, LB, and Laverial Barnes. And I do want everyone to, I think by now your Facebook should be overloaded with likes, follows, and has so many tags.
I hope so.
Get back. I hope so
I hope
too.
so.
I hope that the event itself is over. They're just gonna shut traffic down because
Oh, we already got the street shut down.
That's it. It's gonna be other streets, overflow.
I receive all of that
Yeah,
also.
yeah. So
Absolutely.
you are doing a miraculous thing. So please, just give us just your social media name, who to follow, how we can get in contact with Cool Dads Rock, what we can do to make sure next year is bigger, better, and better than ever. So the mic is yours.
My everything is at Cool Dads Rock. I made it just very easy, just like For my DJ stuff, it's at I know DJ LV. And for Cool Dads Rock, it's at Cool Dads Rock for Facebook, for Twitter, for Instagram, for Snapchat. So everything is at Cool Dads Rock. And the website is cooldadsrock.com.
Follow everyone, follow. Because I will be getting shirts for each of my nephews who are fathers, because I think that they are awesome. I sit back and watch them, and I look at the fact that many of them grew up without fathers, but I watch them at the same time become great men through their children. Right. So we are given an opportunity. You're given an opportunity through your organization for fathers to reclaim themselves and for children to actually become leaders in the household. Because just as Dap said, you have a pack with you that's fighting behind you and by your side. And you need that man's voice to know how to move. But in many cases, it's the child that's the leader, because if it's the situations that are presented by the child that create the reactions by the pack. So we've always heard it takes a village to raise a child.
Yeah.
I think it takes a child to raise a village. So we're all learning tonight. I thank you for shedding some light on us.
Thank you, man.
And we're going to go around the table one more time again for a Cool Dad. Look, you say it, and then everybody go around. Because I'll get tongue twisted, and I don't want to mess it up.
Cool Dads Rock. Everything is at Cool Dads Rock. That's on Facebook, on Twitter, Instagram. Website is cooldadsrock.com.
My Facebook is Miss Autumn Monroe, and Miss Autumn Monroe. Instagram is Miss Autumn Monroe, MISSAUTUMNMONROE, and my Twitter is Autumn Monroe. Holla at your girl.
Daps World.
That's it.
Daps World on Instagram and Dap Paxton on Facebook.
Good man.
At Joylia, JOILH. At Joylia on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
And now, since we got that word from Joylia, I think we need to hear just a little bit more from what's going on this week on your list.
Hey y'all. All right now, so I got my list ready and it's burning hot this week. So we got the Treasury Secretary on my list this week.
Oh, she went political.
I know you all know this man. Mr. I need to reclaim my time back.
Oh yeah.
Yes, he is on my list because he really tried. He really was gonna waste Miss
Well, yeah. She was staunch.
No. I just don't understand why they keep trying this lady. Why they keep coming to her place of business, whatever you want to call it, the state office, and keep trying her like she's just a regular black woman on the street. He respects her, but she asked a question, and she had to reclaim her time. Now, Sean, I'm gonna ask you this question real quick. What's the problem? Why do they keep doing this to Ms. Waters? I'm gonna reclaim my time. Why you trying to
just do that.
I think I don't know. Maybe Trump they decided we gonna just whatever we coming up, we showing up, and we not gonna let this lady speak. I don't care what you say, but I'm reclaiming my time back, Ms. Waters. You get your time back. Reclaim your time. Next.
What is next?
All right. The next thing on my list is the Atlanta public school system starting back this week. Lord, traffic.
Traffic is on your list.
The bus. Oh my God, getting behind these buses, getting in front of these buses. I'm not ready. Next week, all the counties are going to be starting. So you already know the streets are going to be rocking. So I'm saying, I'm going to reclaim my streets back as I reclaim my time back. But I'm going to miss you so much. School is starting back next week. Okay. And the last thing on my list, and only you three will understand this, that some whiskey.
Oh, see, if you did not come to the industry party.
If you did not come to Coaxums on last Thursday, first of all, you missed a wonderful time.
You did.
That's why Coaxums whiskey is on my list. This whiskey had us so lit, y'all. When I say I almost knocked over the karaoke table, I almost knocked over the karaoke table. I messed it up this whole set. The buddy was so funny. He was like, "Mess it up, girl." Oh yeah, mess it up. He would have really been mad. That whiskey had us. That whiskey is on my list for the next party.
Right, for the
next party.
And you had the nerve to walk around giving it out.
Just giving it out. Mr. Coach, you on my list too, giving that liquor out for free. You are on my list too, you wrong for that.
He was giving out shots, and I'm right behind him.
I mean, and there was this whiskey, y'all got to try it. I mean, it really is on my list.
No plugs.
It had me tore up.
No plugs.
It's no plug. Just come to Coach next time on August 17th, and you'll see what I'm talking about.
Right. Just sit by.
So that is all for my list. I am at Joy Leah, and see you next week.
Hey world. What's up, y'all? This is Dabs World coming through. First thing I want to do is I want to challenge the ladies out there to get a Cool Dads Rock shirt and rock it. You know what I'm saying? Like, fathers ain't got to be the only ones wearing Cool Dads Rock shirt. Am I messing up your brand?
Nope. Can
Okay.
I jump in on that?
Yeah, go ahead.
Because I always say there's a bunch of ladies like, you don't have no Cool Mom shirt. I'm like, I'm not a mom, so I can't relate to that. But I always say, if you know a cool dad, have a cool dad, or are a cool dad, you can rock a Cool Dads Rock shirt.
Yep. See, there you go. All right. So now that first business thing is out, I can't remember what it's called, but all right. So this is my segment, y'all. And I think I just want to vent just a little bit. I had an incredible weekend this weekend with my family. So I got a chance to go down to Memphis. And my trip was twofold. I went to go visit my grandmother who's in the hospital. I said that earlier, and she's doing much better. And I appreciate everybody who's been sending her prayers, man. It was just good to see her face, see her smile. We listened to some Al Green. And it's incredible how music can heal. So keep that in mind. If you have a family member that's in the hospital and they older, man, go visit them and just put on some Al Green and watch how they heal. I think I healed it. I think that Al Green was love and happiness.
Very low.
Make it through. No, man, but I enjoy spending that time with my grandparents. I keep it with my grandfather too, and he looking at her, they in love, they hold their hands. He's like, "You know that song, baby?" And she's like, "No." But he's like, "You remember?" So, but those experiences, man, it meant the world to me to spend that time with my family and to just see them light up. And then I said it was twofold because in Memphis, at the same time, my father's side of the family was having a family reunion. So my grandmother in the hospital in Memphis, that's my mom's mom. And so, but my father's side of the family had a family reunion in Memphis. So I was able to kick it with them and the other side of my family, but it taught me something because I'm the only child. And so I've grown up alone, you know, and it taught me some things about family, man, that you really are part of something, just born, like you are born into something that is greater than your own self. And when you learn like your family history and like where you from, it is so empowering. So I know like the summer's over, so I know all the family reunions have probably already taken place. But if you get an opportunity to go to a family reunion, this was my first like family reunion in like my own family. So I'm just really like excited about that. I've been to my wife's family reunion like 3 times, and it's always dope. But to be there and see all these people who look like me, you know, and then to find out my family history, you know, because I'm beautiful. It's beautiful people. No, but to find out my family history, man, it really empowered me. But it also challenged me to look forward and to change but not change, but just to think about what I want my future to look like for my kids and the generations that come after me. Like I was saying earlier, man, we spend a lot of time focusing on the past and focusing on all the hurt and the pain that we've been through as a people and as a community. But there's nothing more empowering than sitting down and taking that same time that you will spend complaining about what's happened and develop something, or just think about what it could be in the future. Because we are our ancestors' wildest dream right now. Like, this is what the lives that we're living right now. These are the dreams that our ancestors had while they were in captivity or Jim Crow or sitting in the back of the bus or whatever it is that they were going through. They were thinking about and wishing and dreaming about all the things that we're living right now, all the opportunities that we have in front of us right now. So let's think further out into the future. Let's dream so that our kids and our kids' kids and those generations after us manifest those things that we're thinking right now. Let's not get caught up in this cycle in the past, man, because it's a trap. You know what I mean? Like, let's think ahead. Now, I see a lot of my family members sometimes, man, trapped in the past. And there's nothing more empowering and healing than to just think about, like, what you want. What do you want to see? And just feel what that feels like, man. And I mean, it sends like chills all over me when I think about that. And I think about my great grandkids talking about how much in love I was with my wife, you know, and how that love just trickled down to them. And now they're gathering just to celebrate this family. So yeah, so that's my 8 minutes. I don't know if I'm over. Am I over my 8? No, last week y'all was talking about how short my segment was, but yeah. I just need to get that off my chest. I love y'all. This is Daps World, and I'm out. Sorry, was I over my 8?
Yeah.
Was I?
No, you weren't.
How y'all doing today? This your girl, Autumn Monroe, and we're going to have some leaves of knowledge falling down on you. So if you are on my social media, you will see that I was at Hank Stewart's White Linen Affair this weekend. Shout out to my sister, Mitza Henry. Love you, girl. Thank you for that. Let me tell you something. Hank Stewart, deep mahogany, chocolate straight out the Congo, Mandingo, beautiful black man. I'm sorry, I almost got off track. You know, right. He's as beautiful inside as he's outside. You know, they gave like 23 scholarships to youth this weekend. You know, they make sure that they have everything they need for their dormitory. He brought Ambassador Young out to speak to the kids. That was one of my favorite, and he asked me what my favorite moment was. And it was Ambassador Young talking to the youth. And I don't think they really understood the impact of having one of the civil rights and the Black movement leaders, not civil rights, but the Black movement leaders, that they were able to be in his presence and to sit at his feet. Once they get older, they'll understand the significance of that. But there were a few key moments when Judge Hatchett, I love you, Judge, was talking. You know, she was speaking about, you know, how as a mother, and she's tired of, you know, having to speak and having to represent these mothers that are losing their children, or these families that are losing their fathers, their brothers, their nephews. You know, Roland S. Martin, what's up, Fred? His speech, you know, he was talking about media. They were talking about him being on TV One and how we don't own anything anymore. We have TV One. Thank you, sir, Kathy. But that's, for the most part, that's about it. And he said if we don't control the narrative, then who does? for us.
Heard that somewhere.
You know, yeah. So, I mean, please make sure that you go to, my social media and look at those speeches because they were very empowering. And not only were the speeches empowering, this was as an artist, this was a wonderful event because he introduced, music to some young people that may not have known anything about jazz. He had Marion Meadows there, Trey Gilbert. I mean, he had these legendary artists there. And we talked about Angie Stone earlier, but shout out to Angie Stone, pioneer, and I did not know this until she said it, that at the Hip Hop Honors, that, they don't speak about her. But I'm sorry. Angie B and Sequence, they're gonna funk you right on up, was the first.
She was the first female rapper.
First female rapper.
Right.
I mean, I need all y'all hip hop kids. I need all y'all young people to listen to what I'm saying. She did. She was first.
Right.
First. She was a true pioneer. We need to remember where we came from and give accolades where accolades are due, and give the accolades while people are living, not after they've gone on to glory. And not only that, with her, she heard like her paralegal, some young guy that works with her singing, and she put him as her backup singer. Beautiful voice. She gives people opportunities. You know what I'm saying? She doesn't mind helping to bring up the next person. And who else? If you're a man and you having some issues with your woman, let me tell you something. I need you to go out to Hank Stewart. I think it's hankstewart.net. Get some of that poetry. Get some of his stuff, because I'm going to tell you right now, after you play it, whatever she was mad at you about, yeah, she's not going to be mad no more. Because this brother is deep. Deep.
What's his name?
Very deep. Hank Stewart. He's a poet. He used to be what this we call 5 Men on a Stool. But his event was really, really wonderful. A wonderful event. Make sure that you all are keeping abreast of the things that we're doing in our community, because he reiterated something that my brother Dap said. We don't have time to go out here and ask for a handout. We have to make sure that we're doing everything for ourselves. He made sure that the executives at that Marriott that his function was at were all African American or Black folk. He made sure that every vendor was Black. The audio, the production team, the lighting, the people selling the goods and services. Everyone was Black, to make sure that those Black dollars are being recycled.
In
our own neighborhood. He's making sure that these kids are being taken care of. It's a school, and I can't remember the name of the school, that has some kind of certification now, because they came in and helped the school to get the certification. Yeah, and it's called the Hank Stewart Foundation. Look it up. If you know some children in that target area that he works with, you really need to get with this brother. And
find out what you can bring to your community.
Exactly. Make sure that but not only that, there were other people with nonprofits in the room, and he talked about their nonprofits at the same time. Okay, well, I'm doing this, but I also want you to know that this person over here is doing that, and this person over here is doing that as well. It was an amazing event this past weekend. So hats off to you, Hank Stewart. And we've been trying to, make sure that we play the music, and I believe they're going to play something by one of the independent artists, Miss Sandy Red. Love her. Love you, girl. I told all of them that I would try to make sure that we shouted them out on the Conscious Party. So stay woke.
All right, everybody. I do want to thank you for your time, and I want to thank everybody. We did get our arm leaves at the end.
And this is your girl with leaves. Falling down with knowledge on them.
That was Autumn Lee. I love Autumn Monroe. So once again, I want to thank everybody for joining us on the Conscious Party this evening. We're going to go into Sandy Red at this time, the perfect lead into that. So this is an independent artist. You're hearing her for the first time with the Conscious Party. So open your eyes and stay woke.
I don't have a cousin that works at Home Depot.
That's what she told me, though.
And she had the Dap Paxton look. That's why when you said that, I was like, this girl came in.
Her name is Dee. Yeah. I was doing so much stuff.
What was he, light skinned?
And she,
Like high level?
she was about your height. She looked like you without hair in your face. Like she was related to you. She really did. And she said, I've been following my cousin on Facebook. He didn't tell me this event was going on. I went right across the street and I came over here to see it. That's what she said.
And then she left?
She sat there for a bit. You weren't exactly.
I mean,
She sat there
that's
for about a good hour. Because she wasn't drinking, she wasn't eating, she just sat there. She worked at Home Depot. She worked right across the street at Home Depot.
Yeah, I don't even have any cousins that work at Home Depot named Dee. Like, I don't know.
Maybe I'm saying it wrong. But,
No, I
she
don't
said
have
she
any cousins who
considered-
work at Home Depot.
She called herself a cousin. Maybe you don't know you have a cousin.
What was her name?
Maybe.
I don't know.
I got to say,
Because it was
Dee.
big
We
water.
said- I said
This is
light
before the whiskey,
Because I was
before the
thinking
6
the
Long
mother-
Islands.
So that's what I'm saying too.
Yeah,
She work at
You
Home
have to
Depot?
come through next.
I have to.
You have to come.
I have to see. When he said Dee, I was like,
It's the third
I
person.
haven't seen her.
It's always
Yeah.
the third person. It's always
I
the
was
third
like,
person. We had
check it, I think.
well, that is also
That's all.
but then it became more than that. And no man, seriously, anything we can do next year is going to entwine the brand and get it out there.
You need to broadcast live.
Yeah,
The Derby.
if we could,
I'm trying to figure it out.
if we could,
Yeah,
Because I'm always running and ripping around. Like, who can,
Yeah.
That's why we here. The owner of the station is sitting right there watching us. So all it takes is asking what it takes to get a mobile unit up. Because all it is going to be even greater exposure for all of our stations. We have 15 stations. Yeah. And just to record it and throw it on everybody's YouTube, you know. I'm serious.
Y'all have any other events outside of the Derby that's
we
going on
do,
this year?
we do the gala, which is in June.
Okay.
The Derby, we do like a cool dads rock in the park, just like a family day. Everybody's coming to the park. New dads, stuff like that. We do a Thanksgiving, feed the homeless on Thanksgiving. And then we got a couple more things that we're going to introduce, which is like Dad's Donuts and Dialogue. It's like a round table where dads just get together and talk about the challenges of fatherhood.
Okay.
And then we want to do like a father health program where we talk about what's your rights as a father from, single father as far as like legitimacy, if you're a stepfather, and, stuff like that, or you get divorced and a bunch of other, things like that.
Cool. Can I produce 3D for you?
Can you produce what?
3D, Dad's Donuts and Dialogue. I would love to. It's a TV station, Black Home over in College Park.
Mhm.
They're looking for things like that. They're looking for you can go in there and sit down and do a round table and just let them record and bring up basically the same thing, conversations that need to be had between amongst fathers.
We were just gonna open up to everybody who wanted to come out, but yeah.
I'm gonna ask them about the program.
Because I called it 3D at first, and they were like, "What?" I had to call it Dad's Donuts and Dialogue, but yeah,
Break it down.
right.
That's
Great.
cool. Let's keep in touch, man.
Just like I said, this is CP time. The job be late all the time.
That's Hank,
Yo, man, listen,
that's Hank, the
it
junior.
was not my fault.
Oh, for real?
You were on CP time coming to the CP
Hank
party.
was
It was not my fault.
I know.
What's
This thing had to
the,
get dressed.
Yeah, man. What's the your digits, man?
404-788-2908.
It's going out on everybody's social media.
Right.
Your number just went out to the world.
I mean, this phone on there as DJLB, so
I
ain't running from
my
nobody.
Google Voice account.
Yeah.
520 or something.
Alright,
You got
got you locked. I'm about to shoot you a text.
okay, cool.
Is that the same girl?
That's Hank.
I wanna
Oh, you just
my
bombarded
phone
all
will
of
be
me.
I mean whatever you got going on, you hit me up if you need, extra hands, you know what I'm saying, whatever it is.
I'm looking at
But I definitely want to make sure my son.
You always looking at you.
Hey, that's what you like.
Do it all the way over.
I'm like, what
We
is
got
it?
shoot,
You back?
You mad?
Shooting at my house.
You back?
Yeah, shooting at my house.
Wow.
How you doing? I don't understand.
Sit and try to listen to Hank.
Uh,
You let me hear.
I can hear that.
He really promotes women.
And let me I'm gonna
And a
send you my my email.
So that's where
address.
you got it from.
Okay, yeah, please.
Look,
I've just known him a long time. He's wonderful.
is he listening tonight? Tell me.
Hey, you better be listening because we rocking your stuff right now.
And
We done did Angie Stone.
And it sounds good.
We done got
We done
Red,
did,
Sandy Red. I think
Sandy
he's gonna play
Red.
some Tony Terry.
Let me
He's gonna
see
play
Hank.
some
Hank ain't up here.
Marion Meadows.
Oh, that's the good.
It's all the people that
Sandy
you
Red. Sandy Red.
bought. I have to support.
Check this
Thank
out.
you.
Sandy Red on the camera.
So I went to my IG after my segment, and this was the picture that popped up.
Oh wow,
See what shirt says?
that's the truth. I'm my ancestors' greatest dream.
That's crazy. You see that?
Oh, that's dope.
So right after my segment, I went on IG and saw this. I just said it.
What happened?
I was
He just said the
I
same
had
thing.
just said that same thing,
Yeah.
Let me see. I know. I
and
need
then I went on
Yeah,
IG.
your ancestors wild.
Yeah,
Let me see.
That's
Greatest, I thought.
Hmm?
Did you say greatest?
I don't know. I should get the point he
No, she
said.
just put in-
It seemed like it's what he said.
Barbecue.
that's crazy. You know what that means? That means she about to cast me for something.
Yeah, but,
Yeah.
That's what it means.
Uh-oh, yeah.
So we just finished listening to Sandy Red, and now he's playing some of Hank Stewart's poetry.
We gonna recap. We gonna play it.
Yay! We played Angie Stone earlier.
I don't know how
So.
we did it. What time you
Oh, they trying to record stuff?
No.
Oh, okay. I was gonna give them some good shit.
And they've done their segments. So
we got like a good.
we got 40 minutes.
We still got like 45 minutes yet. We're like,
Well, why you was cutting me off?
I
know.
I seem like I only had 4 minutes.
Well, I can help you. I cannot help your list. Okay.
Long time.
I know. A
CBR.
lot of drama didn't happen this week.
But you got Maxine. That was good. That was good. Because when she said,
Oh, when
I
I
need
saw
to
that
reclaim my
video,
time.
she was cutting
She
me off.
went ahead and- look,
No,
she went
let me
ahead
tell you
and-
something. She was like, I need you to explain to him the rules and not don't take that from my time.
Yo, man, but they be
They be
people,
trying.
and then people be mad when
And
you
that was
say
Hank
something.
Stewart.
You know I'm going to mess up the last name.
Oh, we got the
I'm not saying the last name.
Thank you so much for taking the time to listen to Hank Stewart, Portrait by Miss Autumn Monroe, and also listening to the beautiful, because you have to see this album cover, the CD cover. You don't have to.
Album.
Album?
The album.
Rick,
No, hey,
AJ.
enough.
You
Sandy Ray, Miss Sandy Ray. Sandy Ray with red. Oh my. You have to see that CD. I didn't. Yeah. But anyway, everybody's conversation tonight. It's funny how, regardless of what we start off talking about, everybody comes full circle. So I heard one thing repeated over and over again, and that was the idea that we, as a culture, need to begin to network better amongst ourselves. We just had our own networking party, but we have another one coming up on the 17th of next month at Coxum's Seafood Spot at 6331 Peachtree Industrial Boulevard in Atlanta, Georgia, 30360. Yes. Thank you, Autumn, because I was not giving out the address and she got on me for that. See how we need each other? But anyway, but networking is essential, not only amongst businesses, but also in the family. Dap talked about the reunion that he attended and what it did for him, taking him back and having being the greatest dream his ancestors ever had. And then we had Miss Autumn Monroe talk about the business networking that's still going on in the industry, in this community. And I think it's very important that we look at the idea that what our guest this evening, Mr. Barnes, is doing with his children, with his child, and with the so many other fathers and sons in the area. And that in itself is a network that we need to permeate, that we need to be more proud of, that we need to put on the front of every conversation that we have up through this event and throughout the next year, because what he's doing is powerful, and it is empowering families to get together and talk about the strength that Black male in the family and what it means to have his presence. We are actually ahead of schedule, and I'm proud of that because it gives us an opportunity to revisit and talk even more about what's going on with Cool Dads Rock. Dap has already ordered his shirt, and he's challenged the women out there who are listening to challenge. He's a tap dancer and his other life. But he's challenged those of you out there who have a cool dad to simply honor him. And one way of doing that is by supporting this organization, getting your shirt and wearing it with pride. And again, Mr. Barnes,
Yes, sir.
if you could give us your social site, because I really do want people to begin posting their pictures in their shirts or with their dads on your page.
That'd be incredible. It's funny when you say that because in the early stages, I would have people send me their pictures and then I post them all on the website. So if you go to the website, there's just a rolling scroll of everybody that has a shirt. And then after a while, it got kind of out of control, which is a good thing.
That's a good thing to have out of control.
Yeah. And so when they do it, I just say, now just tag us on that so you can follow us or tag us at Cool Dads Rock on Facebook, on Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat. Everything is at Cool Dads Rock. And again, the website is cooldadsrock.com, where we make uncool dads cool and cool dads even cooler.
So let's get that hashtag moving. Let's get that ad. Let's tag them. Let's get those pictures out there because we know that there are thousands of Black men out there, and we're not limiting ourselves.
Yeah.
But there are thousands out there who go unrecognized for their contributions to their child, be it a day or every day. This is just one way of applauding the fathers, and at the same time, it kind of makes you want to do more as a father because when you see that there's so many others out there that are just like you, that are going through the same trials and tribulations and having to still endure and show up for their children. We want to make more than memories. We want to make everlasting lifestyle changes. So this is the challenge to all listeners. If you have a cool dad, if you know a cool dad, hey, it's time to let them know it. Get that shirt, hashtag that picture, do what you can to offer your support to this organization. And then tomorrow, if you are in Atlanta,
Saturday.
Look, it's the weekend.
Right, if you're there tomorrow, you'll be there for the
Bring
walk.
it back.
It was the whiskey.
The whiskey.
That was Thursday.
Like,
That was
I had a lot.
I know. Some people was talking about you.
It's okay. But stay. What happens in Coaches?
Clearly, stay there. Stay at the studio.
I got 2 words. Rapper's delight.
I know, right?
No, we had a lot of fun. But anyway, seriously.
I'll be there for sure.
But definitely. So you get a chance to come out next month also to see Cool Dads Rock, the organization, the founder, everyone who's. I should wear my shirt, but
You're not a dad.
Hey,
You don't have to.
I'm gonna put a line through and say,
I know, right?
Cool.
I'm sorry. That's my
Or a
bad.
cool dad.
Or
know
no
a
cool dad.
Or have a cool
Or
dad.
have a cool
You
dad.
can wear this shirt.
You can wear a shirt.
Uncle's Rock.
Cool. Right.
Uncle Sean rocks. Now
You're a
what?
cool dad.
Because there's a lot of dads out there. There's a lot of father figures.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
that's true.
That
That's true.
have that. Like, I didn't grow up with my father. So, my story was always, my kid will never know what it feels like.
Right.
Not, to grow up with that. And it's not, I'm ashamed or like I missed having a dad because my mom was 9 of 12. So I had plenty of uncles and cousins and learned what to do and what not to do and learn the ropes as how to be a man. But I remember saying to myself, if I ever had a kid, he'll never know what that feeling felt like. So again, doesn't matter who you are. You can wear a Cool Dads Rock shirt, whether you're a dad, stepdad, father figure,
Uncle of the year.
uncle of the year.
All my nieces and nephews better tweet me tonight.
That sounds like a threat.
I can do that.
Yeah. Sean, I'm proud of you, man, because you get all your social media lingo right
I
tonight.
know,
Man.
yeah.
Like you actually.
I
You don't
studied
even-
at home.
I
I wrote it down on the wall and everything. Y'all be so funny.
I have a question though.
Go ahead.
Was your father in your life too?
Well, that's funny. No, not really. Not the majority of my life. He wasn't there. So the beginnings, he was there until I was about 7. Yeah, around 7. And then he kind of faded out, you know. And then when I was in college, I started really thinking about having kids and having a family. And I was like, I need to reach out to my dad. And so I did that. And we had a conversation, man. And it was a really just honest, open, honest conversation, heart to heart. And ever since then, we've been cool. So, you know, we talk every once in a while. We got a good relationship, you know. He's in my son's life, you know what I mean? And so it's real cool. But that was something that I had to do. I felt like I had to do that to kind of mend some things, just so I can have a different. I was defining my narrative, right? I was changing my narrative, and that's, you know, what's come out of it has been very beautiful. So, but no, my mom, she raised me by herself. You know, she held it down. I can't take nothing away from her and everything that she poured into me growing up. You know, she did her thing. So, big ups, Ma.
Well, that's interesting. I don't have any kids, but I am one of 9 children. My mother's one of 16. Her mother's one of 24. I had a huge family, so I had one. But I was good. And then there are enough Seans running around. I have a nephew, a grandnephew, a cousin, my best friend's child. My first son is named Sean. It was just a lot coming up because I had a lot of pressures. And he named after me too. But I have a niece, Shauna. It was like, I got to go. I don't want no kid. But you're right. Hats off to a mom who was powerful. My dad left the scene when I was 2 months old, so I've never known what it was like to have a father. But my other siblings did. So it was a strange situation. And the first time I saw him was the last time I saw him, because he was, well, next to the last time, because the next time I saw him, he was laying in the coffin. So if you have a father in your life, if you know a father in your life, this is an opportunity to mend those bridges. I didn't take the opportunity when I had it, so I'll still work Cool Dad's Rock. I won't be talking about my dad because I don't know, but I'm talking about my nephews that I stand beside today, because they too have been raised for years without a father presence, but they leaned on their uncles. And my brothers, I have 3 brothers who passed, but I look at my nephews and I can still see reflections of my brothers, because they act like them, they talk like them, they walk like them. The lessons that they learned from my brothers are being, you know, relived through their lives, and I'm so proud of my nephew. I'm not going to say which one, because all of them that have kids have basically had the same storyline where they've just stepped up, you know, out of nowhere. And it's not like, you know, there's a handbook to being a father, but each of them has gone through their separate trials and tribulations. But when it comes to their children, they are superheroes, and you can't take anything from them. And I just stand back in awe, because I'm like, where did you get that from? You know, where did they get that energy, the tenacity, the wherewithal, the knowledge to just go back in and beat their chest hard enough to be the man they need to be? So my nephews all get Cool Dad's Rock shirts. I'm gonna make sure they take pictures, hashtag them, do what they need to do. I just want to applaud the strong Black male tonight. The image that we project, be you a father or not, the strength and the dominance that you hold in your families, and the strong Black women that stand by their sides and know when to support, when to push, and when to pull away. So all these are strengths to a woman's right. So I applaud that, and it's good that we can sit at a round table and do this. I am.
Well, I want to talk about my dad.
But you talk about
No, I didn't talk about my dad. I know. But I'm gonna tell you though, that's some real right there. My father, you know, when I was growing up, Well, in Cavalier Manor, all the dads on the block, they were all truck drivers, so they were always gone during the week. And then the moms would be gone during the weekend, and we would have to be dependent upon the dads. We ate a lot of golden skillet, I can tell you that much. But, you know, my right. My father, okay, I'm gonna just put this out here and I'm gonna just leave it. Both of my parents were only children. So I have no aunts, no uncles, and no first cousins. Yeah, both my parents were only children. We just gonna sit that over there. So growing up, my parents separated when I was in the second grade, I think. And, you know, my dad made like a lot of empty promises. And, you know, I had to go through some therapy for that. You know, I'm not ashamed. Sometimes we need to talk to somebody other than our minister. And, you know, I had to work through some things. And one of the things he told me to do was write my father a letter. And I wrote my dad a letter telling him everything that he did and how he really, you know, hurt my feelings. But I can say this, he wasn't there too much when I was younger. But when around 2010, somewhere up in there, like when I started going to my class reunions, it got better each time. But I think my father passed away 3 years ago. But I think my father knew that he was dying. He had been diagnosed with prostate cancer. I guess it went in remission or whatever. But I think he knew, because I remember my car broke down and my father was 75. I didn't realize how old my dad was. But he was around 75, and he drove all the way from Virginia to Delaware because the engine blew in my truck. He came and got me to take me down to the family. He drove all night to come and get me. You know, when we had the play, me and Dak were in a play, and, you know, we got there late, but we didn't have an iron. My dad went to Walmart, and by the time we got there, we had time to iron nothing. But he had fun. He bought us an iron.
I remember that.
Yeah, he bought us an iron when we did a show, you know, in Virginia. I can say that he really, and my father never let nobody ever drive his truck. Never. He never drove the truck. So he would let me use the car. He would always come to get me because the only time I went home was during class reunion. That's it. But he would come, you know, and get me. And he really, really stepped up, you know, to the letter as a dad. And I just want to say, if your father is alive, I'm gonna tell you right now, you better set it down and set it to the side, because when they gone, and forever lasts for a long time. You can't ever get that back once they're buried and gone.
All right, well, I want to talk about my dad.
Oh, Lord. Are we all
Pass
crying?
the pivot.
Kumbaya. Pass.
You started it. I know. But yeah, I don't know. You know, I'm from, you know, a younger generation, and, you know, it's like I'm just playing.
Why is that talking about?
I just like, my father was in my life, my whole life. So I love my dad.
Said.
He was the bomb. My parents were separated, but my father used to come see me every month, pick me up, me and my brother up. Wherever we went. He was the bomb. He's alive. He's probably listening right now. Shout out to you, Pops. And my stepfather was in my life. He was the bomb too. I had two great dads. So God was really good to me. But I think that's what I was asking about, was your father in life, because I don't know if that's like a generational thing to where a lot of guys didn't have their dads in their life at one point, like in the, you know, late 70s, early 90s, early 80s or whatever, to where now all these guys are taking care of their kids. I don't know anybody that does.
Right. So that narrative that's going around, I think, speaks to a generation past. Because when I look at my nephews, they're all present in their children's lives. Now, I'm not saying they're all married, but they're all present in their children's lives. So you can't say that we have a generation of people, of deadbeat dads or absentee fathers. That generation is past. So we have to start taking over that narrative. We have to start showing up at the table for discussion and not letting that be what people think that is actually going on. If
Especially
we
in
know
our
it to be
community.
different, right? If we don't even represent our own communities anymore. We let other people tell us what they think about us.
Well, I think it's happening though. I think it's happening. I mean, like you know, LB over there. You know, what I mean, we have people out there that are doing that are actually living by example. You know what I mean? So you might not see TV shows or something. You might, you know, but you will see. Like I see more brothers, you're walking down the street pushing baby carriages now than I see women doing that. You know, and I'm talking about young cats. So you know, the narrative is changing. I mean, not everything. And I know, look at me on the radio and talk about not everything needs to be projected. You know, right? But I mean,
I turn off his mic.
No, man, but I just think that, you know, a brother that's living his life and living by example is just as powerful as you turning on the television set and seeing it on TV. And all I'm saying is we just have to open our eyes and appreciate what's right there in front of us. Like, we don't have to see it on the news for it to be real.
Right.
Matter of fact, most shit we see on the news is not real. And we know this.
Right.
But we
Propaganda.
still treat it like it's real, you know, and make decisions around it like it's real. And you know, that's my whole point.
Right.
But I mean, and also I want to say something to the uncles. You know, I have uncles in my life too. Gary Paxton, Nathan Paxton, you know, and you know, those are my heroes. They saw to it that I had everything that I needed in terms of being a man, you know, becoming a man and a good father. So, you know, I just want to give a shout out to those two in my life. So yeah, man, father figures are out there.
Yeah, they're definitely out there. Like I said,
It's
I grew up without a father, but because of my mother having 8 brothers,
right.
I didn't know what it was not to have a father. My mom, every time she had a chance, she was putting me in front of one of my uncles. And my uncles, I mean, that was the generation that walked around in blazers, suits, and ties, you know, so.
Oh, that's okay.
Right.
Fashion forward. That's what you
Right.
Okay, got it.
That's silence. But seriously, so that was what I had to look at. And I saw how they respected women, how they treated their wives. I mean, we're talking about marriages that lasted 50, 60, 70 years. I have an aunt who's 95 years old, and her husband is too, and they've been together since they were in high school. You know, so
together?
and they still together. Don't nobody talk about that. But this is the type of upbringing that I've had. So yes, when I look around, I don't see deadbeat dads. I don't see an issue where there's a father who stepped out. I mean, I didn't even think about my own father because I had so many positive male influences in my life. I really didn't think about it until the day they tapped me on the shoulder at IC Northern High School and said, "We need to talk to you." And I was like, "What's going on?" You know, that's another story. But you know, but it was just not on the forefront. But anyway, I mean, I could get a T-shirt for each of my uncles, you know, that is still living, and for family members all the way from New Jersey to Florida, you know, because that was the family, the network that I had, and that's all I'm saying. We need to reestablish that type of network where if I can't do it, someone else in the family can. If I can't lean on this shoulder, there's another. So we need to rebuild families from within. We need to look at the fact that we need to rebuild and reclaim our businesses on the outside, and we need to do all we can to support one another and network so that we can control the media. We can control our narrative. We can control how people see us. The perception that others have of us is what they want. People talk about award shows and why we're not on them, because that's their perception of us. But why don't we create our own and not? We ain't gonna worry about whether or not they're on our show.
We don't care.
But anyway, I'm saying all of this because we're about to go. But I'm trying to look at time. But we're about to take a quick music break. We talked your ear off. I do want to thank you for being part of the Conscious Party, but I do want to ask you to join us by giving us a call. Where is that number? Okay, if you want to give us a call on the Conscious Party, if you're listening by phone, you can call 678-688-4269. That's 678-688-IBNX. Join the conversation and stay woke.
You gonna have him call in all late? You gonna have him call in all late?
If they won't,
Stay woke.
I'll be like, Oh, I'll be like, well, we didn't really want to talk.
Okay, you won't.
We just want to know what you were thinking about the show.
We didn't really need to
That's why
say
when we go
more.
live, the number's gonna be like right there at the bottom.
Yeah, because I'm looking through my phone. I think I just gave them Trish number at home.
Oh.
She at home like, what?
Then we gonna put the number in figures there. That work.
Yeah.
We're gonna play one song and bring y'all back.
Yeah.
Thank
Thank you.
Okay, cool.
We got time to ask some more questions?
Yep, do what you want.
Okay.
I'm gonna sit here and be quiet.
Somebody just posted.
Oh, Cool Dad's Rock.
Word.
She bought it for her father,
Okay.
And she got it on.
and then she got one herself.
Oh, okay.
That's
Oh,
right.
she done put the shirt on.
Ooh,
And it's
see,
gonna spell like
she-
me when you get
She answered the challenge. That's
And
cool.
posted it.
That's
Give her a
cool.
shout out. Because you start when we come back and give her a shout out. Both of y'all. Cause,
Yeah, you gonna have to shout out because you got her.
but you
information.
issued the challenge. So
Yeah, I
both
did.
of y'all say something.
She didn't get that fast. She must have bought it before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She just posted.
Right, that's
She
the
just posted.
old logo, right?
That's the
That's the
logo.
original.
That's the logo.
That's
This
the
is
logo.
just a
like
different
that.
design. I
That's
know.
right.
You know why I did it? Because as black people, they were like, I don't. Oh, that's Run DMC.
That's
I
a,
can,
right. That's a powerful statement.
That's
Right
a-
there.
All right, but now
That's a
more and
fun-
more people are getting. But it's like I wanted the logo. Like I wear the logo more now, so people can recognize what the logo is.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so for branding purposes,
Well, right. I want that shirt with the logo right here.
whatever.
I want the logo right here.
Right,
T-shirt.
right.
I want the logo right here.
That's what's easy. You gotta
Then I'm
pay
gonna put the
for
Conscious Party logo over here. Then I'm gonna put the one in there.
We're gonna look like a NASCAR driver.
I'm gonna come to the derby and just outrun it. Just like, could y'all get him off the sidewalk, please? Jumping over
Advertise.
bushes.
Man, you can't outrun in the dress shoes.
You know how far I can slide in these? I'm safe all the time.
It's so many
They
people
pick on me because I wear a jacket.
from her watching.
Is it? I don't know what they said about it. Look, Joy, what's this scuttlebutt you got about it?
Huh?
This scuttlebutt you got.
What's the
What's this noise talking about? Coaching.
Oh, when I posted a picture, everybody, because you had a little sweat on you, everybody was like, "What? Even the suit on got loose, huh?" Like, because you normally be all,
Cause I got that was
your suit was off.
Yeah, my suit was. I was like,
You want that conscious?
I was unconscious.
You was unconscious.
We were.
I
I was. I ain't gonna lie. I was. I had like I had a problem.
We were there for a long time. Look, he was probably there. I got there at 7. He probably was there before me.
Right.
4. He was there right around.
I got there like 5:30,
Oh, okay.
and I set up, and then I set up for the other vendor, and then I was sitting there, and I'm like, okay, well everybody should be here by now. Everybody should be here by now. I'm like, okay. Then your cousin came in. Did I dream her up? Because that was my third dream. She came in between the third and fourth.
I do have a cousin named Della.
That was her.
Della?
Della.
She
I knew it
did?
started with a D.
Okay. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Man,
Because I didn't realize who she was until she turned around and she smiled and she said, "I'm Dap's cousin, and y'all got the same display."
yeah.
I was like, "Oh my God!"
Yeah.
I was like,
Is she
That's
older?
my uncle, the one I just shouted out, Gary. That's his daughter. That's his oldest daughter. Yeah, she's older.
How old is she?
Mm.
She
But she got like a daycare?
No.
Okay.
She works at Home Depot, right?
Well, I hadn't talked to her in a long time.
That's what she
the
said.
last time I talked to her,
She said she
was at
follows
a
you
hotel.
all the time,
Okay.
and had you not posted something, she wouldn't have known. She
Okay.
said, "I'm right across the street. He didn't tell me." I was like, "I didn't know with your relationship."
I'm just so bad at that, man. Like, my family be getting on my case all the time. So I'm a say this song. I like to use this.
You said
Go
you're gonna
ahead,
sing
go
to
ahead.
your wife.
Go ahead, you better
No,
say
I'm
you
not
know
gonna
why.
No, I'm not gonna say.
Oh, we on. So that you gonna bring us back in?
That was Tony Terry, y'all. Man, I love that song. Actually, that song is dedicated to my lovely, beautiful wife, Misty, who's listening right now. I love you, sweetheart. Thank you.
Aww.
Yeah, that's gonna be the next one, right there.
I'm about to get some
Oh.
Like some cookies for real. Like
What happened during the break here?
Oh, somebody posted. I was like, oh, that's part of the show. Yeah. You guys were talking about, posting pictures of people in their shirts. A young lady named Lee Allison posted a picture that she took of her and her father. She got her father a Cool Dads Rock shirt as well. She got herself one, a ladies cut, and she posted it on Cool Dads Rock Facebook and tagged me on it as well. So I'm definitely gonna add that to Instagram. So shout out to you, Lee Allison.
Yeah,
All right, thank you so
and your
much.
pops, and happy birthday to your pops.
Yeah.
Y'all gotta answer that challenge, ladies.
See?
Yeah.
And go ahead and put your pictures up now.
Oh man, I did want to ask you some more questions, LB,
Sure,
if
man.
you don't mind, man.
If I have to answer.
So you're doing this, right? Like you actually doing this. It's something that you had a vision of, you making it happen. Like, how does it feel when you see your work impact people?
It's humbling, really. It is. It's all based off the relationship of this kid laying on the floor behind me, playing this Game Boy, right? Known to the world as AB. But it's humbling, and people say, like when you guys are saying, I'm inspired. I'm like, what do you say to that other than thank you, and not sound disingenuous or just kind of like, I want to sound like, oh yeah, thank yeah, this is what I do, because it's not.
Yeah.
So I'm still getting used to it, but I've visualized this for a long time. Like, I'm a very visual person, so I've seen all of this happen. I've seen other things down the road, and I can't wait to see how those transpire.
Man, that's so dope, man. That's so. I'm gonna ask AB a question. AB, I know you in your video game, man. I just want to know, like, how do you feel about your dad doing all of this, man? How does that make you feel? You're like, oh, what? Huh?
Well, he's been doing this for a while now, and I felt great doing this building. And my favorite part is going down the hill. And when I get down there, I feel so good. I feel like everybody's staring at me. I'm like, yes. Hello, everybody.
That's cool, man.
AB, you are too cool.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to get you and my son together. We'll, y'all have a ball together. Have a ball. He calls himself KJP Awesome.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, coolest son.
Oh,
So, yeah, cool sons rock too.
see.
So yeah, man. Yeah, I mean, what kind of things have you seen as far as your impact? That's just blowing your mind. Like, what was one thing you can remember that was just like, what?
How people say that I'm good. As a DJ, I'm good without headphones, so I'm good. I appreciate it. It's funny because it's such I've seen so many different things, but it's funny. Today, one dude told me flat out, he was like, I hate you. And I was like, why? He's like, because now, not literally hate you, but now you put this inside of me to where, like, I feel obligated to spend this time with my kid. And now we have this annual thing that we look forward to every year. Even though this is our first year, he is more excited than he's ever been about anything. So this soapbox derby race is going to be our annual thing that we're a part of, and that we can grow together. And I'm like, well, I hate you too.
Right.
It's all love.
Good way.
Right, it's all love. He doesn't hate
It's all
you.
love. Yeah, he does.
That's something
So
to look forward to.
Yeah, so to see that growth and to see the bond of dads, even dads that are already present. A lot of times dads, they just work and they work and they work and they come home and they just want to be like, okay, I just want to sit down.
Right.
And the kids haven't seen you all day. They're like, Dad. It's like 5 minutes.
Right.
Next thing you know, it's time to go to bed.
Right.
And that just turns into a pattern. But then I challenge dads like, dude, just spend 10 minutes playing Connect Four,
Right.
or Uno. It'll turn at 20 minutes.
Right.
And then the next thing you know, he'll be happy. You'll be like, I'm glad I did that.
Yeah.
And then all is gravy at the house. And there's,
Yeah.
you've kind of broken that cycle. Go home, just eat, just relax, and don't want to be bothered. Because as a parent, you can't opt out.
Right.
So
Yeah. So it's like simple things, man.
it's little stuff,
Like
man.
little stuff.
You don't have to overcomplicate it.
Right. Yeah, I know. We took a father-son trip this year. My son and I, and a good friend of mine and his two boys,
Mhm.
and we went to Nashville for the Monster Truck Rally.
That's
And
dope.
man, so we got an Airbnb. We spent the night. We just straight kicked it all day, and it was like they'll never forget that kind of stuff.
Mhm.
And I'm like, those are kind of things that we have to create for our boys,
Right.
especially.
And I need to do that with him. Like we have a weekly thing where every Friday we go get a milkshake. So after school,
That's cool.
we go get a milkshake. And sometimes it's fries, so we'll say French fry Friday. But right now it's just milkshake Friday. So that's like, he looks forward to that. And I look forward to that with him. But I also look forward to, like I said, taking those trips where we go, all right, this year we're going back camping, or we're going to wherever we're going to go, and make it an annual thing to, like you said, you're building that. Say, hey, Dad, remember when we was out there fly fishing and we didn't catch nothing? So we had to go right.
So we went ball fishing.
Right. Exactly. So,
Yeah. That's dope, man. I'm glad that you came by.
yeah, again, I'm happy to be here. Thank you for all of you for having this. And it's super humbling. People want to talk to you about stuff that you just think that you're supposed to do. And that, to me, it's just having fun. And everything's not fun and games, but there's also a respect level where I'm like, dude, I'm not on the same level as you and your friends. So you don't have to watch your tone, because I don't care what black belt you got. I got a black belt that I can pull off right now.
Yeah.
But what's funny is, as a kid, I got whooped, like, for real, because I did knucklehead stuff, and I couldn't wait to whoop his. I was like, I can't wait to whoop your ass when you grow up, when you get old enough. And now I'm like, he's done nothing to warrant that butt whooping. So I'm like, man, now what? So what it's done is made me curve my thinking of, okay, everything doesn't warrant a whooping, so I can make sure the punishment fits the crime.
Right.
So
Yeah.
and again, there's no manual to this, so it's kind of like the manual of last, growing up, whooping. Everything, whooping. You sneeze, whooping.
Nice sneeze.
We went through those days.
Man, picking the switches off the tree.
That's when walking the green mile.
Pick the bad one.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh my God.
Tree
You
next
better bring the branch.
You have to get the ones like that bend back and hit you twice.
Yeah.
Like,
The ones that wrapped around your leg and left that little mark.
Yeah.
Right.
You know,
But I don't know
I just
anything
wanna,
about that if my mama listens.
I have a question. So, the materials that you use with these stuff that you can purchase at like a Lowe's, a Home Depot, a Hobby Lobby, a Michael's, a Michael's, Ace Hardware, a Advanced Auto, and O'Reilly's and AutoZone. Y'all hear me? Do y'all hear me? Because those are the type of materials that you need, and there are probably parents who want to participate, or fathers that want to participate but may not necessarily have all the funds. So I just want to put a challenge out there to these large companies with disposable income. Yeah,
Absolutely.
that to make sure that you take care of Cool Dads Rock, because they can always use some sponsors. Gotta put that out there.
Because dads drive cars and all
Right.
the other stuff that those sponsors would be putting out to us. So those are your people who you're really marketing to. It's not the kids, it's the parents that's going to come and buy your cars and buy these auto parts and buy, even if it's Gatorade, they're going to come buy the Gatorade for their kids. If Gatorade wants to be a sponsor, what'd you say? Holla at your boy.
We're gonna do some great things in because Cool Dads Rock is. I'm pledging to you right now to do something with you and help make this an even greater conversation for more people to have in years to come.
Thank you, man.
So,
Appreciate it.
And I just want to thank you, first of all, for joining us tonight and making us a little more conscious in this party of people and that party of people that are out there listening, because we have listeners all up and down the East Coast. I know my niece is out in California. She's listening. Hey, Tanya. And I was told I have a crowd of people in Jamaica listening. So I mean, these are conversations that need to be had. And if we can, if we can by any chance change the perceptions of ourselves, not only from the outside looking in, but within our own communities, then we've accomplished our goal.
Absolutely.
So I just want to thank you for coming out tonight, for bringing AB with you, for sharing Cool Dads Rock, for letting us all know a little bit more about what we can do if we put our minds to it.
Absolutely. We're all in the same game.
Absolutely. So, Autumn, you want to say good night? Daphne, you want to say good night? Joy Leah, you want to get off social media?
Well, you know, I just want to say thank you to everyone. I didn't realize how many people were watching us on social media.
Yeah.
You know, we had over 300-something people watching us. So to all my family and friends out there, because you know that's who y'all are, my families and friends, y'all have told some other people to watch. Thank you so much, and I apologize for not shouting you out. And make sure that you check me out, Miss Autumn Monroe, on my social media, and Autumn Monroe on Twitter, MISSAUTMMONROE. I love y'all and stay home.
Fastest speller on the planet. This Daps World, we out. Love you all. Be peace.
At Julia, peace out. Good night.
Sean C. Robinson on Twitter. So follow me. Follow For Conscious Party on Twitter as well. And until next week, promise me that you'll stay woke.
Stay woke. Thank y'all. I love y'all. Thank you so much for watching. I'm gonna get out on Facebook in the live thing, but I'm gonna do that. Love y'all.
I really could sing that. I was drunk that night, telling
I
you.
too appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Catch me at the next color. I said, I only drink wine. I ain't messing with this color.
Whatever.
That's funny. Every time I'm seeing it, I'm like, I had to.
You gonna have that with
I ain't messing with this
And I
color.
couldn't. I was like,
So I'm gonna have some lights. I can't remember if I told y'all that or not. I'm gonna have some lights. We're gonna set this all up so our zhish can be right, you know. Thanks for watching. Bye. I appreciate y'all. Joy, come say bye. Bye. Over here, girl. You gotta get in front of the camera. Bye. Autumn and Rob.
Good to meet you, man. Yeah, I'm gonna try to see y'all.